Welcome, all my aliens, apes, and zombies. It's Crypto Novo 311, and you got some live action on a Sunday night. It is July 18th. It is 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, and you got it. We're going to have some live buys tonight. We're going to have some possible Justin Aversado. That's right, Twin Flames. We might have a Twin Flames action tonight. We're going to be coming in with good friend, like always, Video Game Freak. Dean Foe is going to be in also with some Twin Flames action, some Wicked Craniums. But I need to dive in myself because I need to see what's going on in the markets. First, we're going to go on to the Bitcoin. Bitcoin right here, we're going at 31K, just up a fraction from this morning. For Ethereum, talking like I'm a racehorsing. And Ethereum, we're still at a 1900 wall. So the wall above it is at 1900. I guess that's the ceiling. Over to CryptoPunks. This was last updated, I believe, yesterday. We'll see what happens, maybe this morning. So we're going to look at the ones that are for sale, and a lot are coming off the market. We have seen also right here is the floor of CryptoPunks come down a little bit, but I mean, we're over 1,600 CryptoPunks for sale over a week ago. Now we're down a little bit lower, but look at the top shelf right there. All right. We have a couple of low ballers right here. And then once you break that, there's 12 in the top row. So once you break the 12 in the top row, which can be very easily sold within a day or two, you're looking at 21 for a floor. So almost $40,000 for the floor CryptoPunks. There's only a couple at 21 if you look at it. We got what, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 21. We're gonna look at the ones that went for sale right here, and we got some buck teeth right here. I updated this a couple of minutes ago, so we'll see if anyone. So we got a nice buck tooth that sold up there in the top row. It's a pretty decent price, 44 for a buck tooth. Take a look at it. Did not. It did come down in price. He accepted a bid of 44. It came in an offer of 49. See the buck teeth? There's only 47 of them. But as you can see, there's a couple backlogged right here in the 50 to 55 range. We are going to dive into some of things in my wallet because I was so busy this week. I actually had a friend had to pick up one of these end of the world pizzas right here. One of these drivers. I wanted to go with a look. This is a female driver. I liked the green mohawk. Reminded me of my CryptoPunk, my tassel hat here on the top of my head. So I had to take a look into it because these are going to be pretty wicked comic book mentality. So I loved it from the beginning. I tried to get one. They only release 10 every Sunday at noon, and I was busy today. Had to send some Ethereum to a buddy. Got me one of these, sent me it back. Oh, look at that. I'm made it on the cover right here. My Gale on the top left. Well, I guess if there's only 10 of them. That they sell out every week. I wanted to snag one just in case they picked up some traction. These will be, inside of comic books. They already have 2 comic books, not through digitally made, but 2 comic books through the distributors. I think I had it up here in one of these. Neon Wasteland right here. This one right here. So you can take a look at it for yourself right here. We're going to click onto some other things because we have some voids. I want to check out the floor on the voids and see what's going on with the voids. They had a minting of 0.08. As you can see, the minting price is far gone. So people have sold through the right through the minting price, and we're at 0.085 for some, pretty decent looking voids. I haven't seen any clean ones really for sale yet, but these are going to be brought into the metaverse because they sold out. These voids are going to be magnificent. Heavy into the Discord with them, so check out their new things. Here's the Neon Wasteland with the End of the World Pizza. So End of the World Pizza, they dropped 10 of them today. They will also have some more going out. Sorry, checking the chats here. They're going to be having more coming out every Sunday at 10 o'clock. Pardon me, at noon. Sundays at noon. There's 10 of them at noon every Sunday. That's Eastern time. Could be wrong on that, but please double check. End of the world pizzas. We're going to view all of these. Got the minting price is at 0.025. Go low to high. We'll see where the floor is at on these. Always like checking out the floor. So we have a couple of floors, that popped in here. That 0.45, 0.4, and 0.0 or 0.6. So some pretty cool images here. I like what they're working with. Nice neon images right here. Within the neon, let's see if they have the comic book in here real quick, because that was pretty sweet stuff. So just a little bit of things that caught my eye within these animated pages was, think of each one of these. Minted. It reminds me of, the CryptoPunk comic. Just love it. People want to thumb through things. They could thumb through that. Utobits was awesome this week. Was able to get the creator on to speak with us. Pitik, she came on. She was the mastermind behind these, sitting around the bar. She thought of these, wanted to come up with a huge storyline behind them. So as you can see, there's a goddess right here. That will be the one of one, the one that can see it all. Gamified, that they want to have a approach to it. So it's fun things going on with that. Once you dive in and start seeing some friends who buy it. So Emmanuel, he often watches it. This is one that I picked up right here, number 225. I love the battle axe that he had in his hand. Where was that Emmanuel picked up? I think he had it. Maybe he put it on his page right here. I knew he had it somewhere. Let me see. I have to find it. Oh, it's right there. Boom, right here. He got a wizard. This is pretty wicked. Look at this thing. I didn't know they had two different attributes in the hand. So we'll look in the attribute class right here for the properties. Mage hat. It has black hair. The hair is curly with a broom and a magic wand. All right. So the inventory, broom and a magic wand. It looks like it was a 10 trait, 8 trait right there. That's pretty wicked. Number 177. Congratulations on that buy. Speaking of buys, coming up to CryptoBabyPunks. And with CryptoBabyPunks being the thing that I need to circle back to, because a good friend waiting in the green room. Hold on a second, getting a sip here. He was actually getting a sip at the same time as me. It's kind of weird. Usually I said I'm going to pull a trigger on things. I usually do. These CryptoBabyPunks, I don't want to talk about it too long because I don't want to get sniped, because I got sniped last time I talked about something a little too long. And it was a little unfair because I talked and I jabbered. And then before you know it, the one I wanted got picked off right before me. I think it was last week too. And we're going to bring him in here right now. All right, yeah, he's fixing up. He's cleaning up. He's dusting off the shirt.
Cleaning up,
dust the shoulders off. Go on, dust those shoulders. We'll cue the Jay-Z. Come on, dust those shoulders off. We love it. We love it. Video game freak. It's been a minute. It's been since last week. So, all right. I'm going to go in, and I saw something that was pretty cool that was just coming through in here. Where was it? Back in this other page here. You don't need to talk. How about you tell people a little bit people at home about CryptoBabyPunks right here.
So I've been preaching this project for like 4 months now. Full discretion, I am somewhat involved on the community development side. I do have a handful of CryptoBabyPunks myself as well. But what really attracted me to this project was, one, they're super cute.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's what got my eye to them the first time I saw them. I looked at them and I'm like, this has cute written all over them.
Well, so like what got me like sold on it was they had, you know, this kind of clever mechanic about how, you know, the traits for the babies were derived from the quote unquote parent CryptoPunks. And that was really it. There was no promised utility, no roadmap, you know, it was like, here are some, like a clever mechanic of how we got these. And, you know, that's about as far as it went. But where I got really involved was I saw it as a project that I could, you know, add my contribution of community development into the picture. And with a supply of only 999, that I could potentially, you know, actually move the needle on this. And so we, like, every utility and every kind of community developed project that has come out of CryptoBabyPunks is entirely off the back of community efforts. So that's what, like, really, you know, why I'm so passionate about this project is the Discord is straight fire. It is a really convicted, really passionate community. And like, just a couple things that if I can share some of the things coming up for it. I can't talk about all of them, but if you're in the Discord, you kind of may have an idea of what I'm talking about. It's not, you know, anything super secret, but it'll give some people some incentive to go check out the Discord.
So you got to dive into the Discord, and that's where you're usually finding most of that alpha information is within that Discord, and you find it, you know, within the friends in that Discord, and that's what makes it such a powerful NFT in this space is the strength of not only the Discord, like you're saying, the community behind it that kind of built within what the roadmap is and what it's going to continue to be.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you've got artists, you've got developers, you've got front end, back end designers. Like it's pretty cool that within the small little niche community that we had, that we were able to kind of, you know, really jam on how many things we have in the works. And so with the CryptoBabyPunks, you know, we've got a billboard going up on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles.
Yeah, really? That's awesome.
And it was entirely crowdfunded by individual baby punks. We've got the video game, the Babyverse, which is co-developed.
Wait a second. When's this video game coming out?
Should be hopefully, crossing fingers, sometime next month, I believe. I know that's not like entirely my announcement to make, but it's not exactly, you know, private information. Sam Cardillo from Artifact Studios is a wizard behind the primary development of that game. And there's one more that I, you know, can't really talk about. I'm sure once that goes live, it'll be news. But yeah, so like a lot of exciting stuff coming, and it's really just the passion and like community developed efforts that have really pushed this forward. And I don't feel bad, you know, like quote unquote pumping it at this point, because I've been preaching the baby punks for like the last 3 or 4 months. So like, you know, I see we.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you could definitely, you know, preach it, talk about it. You know, that's what
your own research, not financial advice. LOL.
And I don't know. And since I first met you, you've been talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I'll get one. And every time I don't say it, it gets more and more expensive. And now more and more are on the horizon. And I know I wanted one that had a pacifier in her mouth. And I've always wanted a pigtail CryptoPunk for sure. So they have the blonde-haired version here. So tell us a little bit like how it come to this. And if anyone's watching at home, I mean, for all the millions of people there, or 13, please don't buy this one. I'm probably going to end up buying this one. Yeah. But if you do, I mean, maybe it helps raise the floor or something like that. So
do me a favor, pull up punks.family.
Punks.family, all right.
Yep. And then remember the number of that baby punk.
Pulling up on a different screen here for a second.
It's all good. punks.family. Which again, this entire website was a community developed project.
Yeah.
So no affiliation to CryptoBabyPunks other than, you know, being a part of the community. And, you know, it was sort of supported by the developers and the creators, but this is an entirely community developed project. So if you search the Crypto Baby Punk that you were looking at in the search bar.
So I was looking at, ooh, that's a nice, I like those numbers. All right. 651. Look at that. And I now, you know, I remember when I remember looking at this website, and honestly, it feels like years ago, just because we're in the cryptoverse, we're in the NFT space here. So when did this website come out? I know I've seen this one because I remember trying to find the link and the variable for this.
Yeah, so I want to say well over a month ago, but like there's been a couple iterations, a couple updates. If you actually have a Crypto Baby Punk, you can connect your MetaMask wallet and your Twitter so that you can push that banner and profile picture to update your Twitter profile picture and banner if you'd like to. So that was like a really cool feature that they updated, where you can have your Baby Punk family and your profile picture updated directly from the website. And yeah, I mean, it's cool little stuff like that like we've got developers and artists within the community working on just all of this stuff out of like the passion that they have for the project. So I'm particularly excited.
Is there any rarity classes or traits, you know?
Oh yeah. So all of the property values, if you go back, if you go maybe over onto the other screen, the punks.family, go to CryptoBabyPunks.com.
In this screen, I'm sorry.
Yeah, CryptoBabyPunks.com. It's just got like a good visual overview.
Sure.
But yeah, so it's kind of been fun because like I've gotten to kind of ride this all along the way. Like I made a very high conviction bet. Oh, it's Y, not IE. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
On this project because I liked the art, I liked the community, and I saw it as something that I could, you know, give my contribution to. And it's been one of the most exciting things that I've had, that I've been a part of in the NFT space thus far. So yeah, as far as the rarities go, there's, you know, all of these different sort of aesthetics. In the Baby Punk community, rarity is somewhat, I would say it's definitely valued, especially towards the top, like the single attributes, the like beanies, the zombies, the tiaras, the apes, the aliens. I think we've only seen one sell. But yeah, so like some of those definitely command a premium. The rest, I would say, definitely lend towards like what appeals to you, what's your aesthetic. And I
noticed you, since you took a couple hoodies off there, just like in the crypto, in regular crypto punks, that the hoodies go for a little bit more of a premium. The VRs go for a little bit more of a premium. 3D glasses, always with that red and blue, always look like they always go for a little bit more than the regular price.
Well, and they are on rarity tools as well. So if you are a data miner kind of type and you want to like really dig into the scarcities, they are on rarity tools too. So.
Well, speaking of rarity, things that are going to be rare, there's going to be one less of them on the market right now, because we're going to do a live buy of Crypto Baby Punks right here, number 651. She's that little cutie with the blonde hair and the pigtails and the pacifier. She's going to get pulled right off the market right now. Probably going to be hodled. Probably going to be hopefully gamified. We're going to toss that right in the game. We'll get her bouncing around, get those pigtails bouncing around. I can't wait. It's been a long time. You know what? One of those things where I should have just look at how fast that was. Bam. Let's see that little baby. I got it adopted. What do you think, video game freak? Look at that adoption right there.
Congratulations on your adoption.
She is in the wallet. That is owned by, yes, I love it.
Nice. Well, and like one of the things that I thought was a really interesting metric too is you are the 504th owner, adopter, 504th family in the CryptoBabyPunks out of 999. So we are well over 50% wallets to supply ratio now. And there's, to my knowledge, there is not a like addition project of this size or higher that has anywhere close to a 50% or higher wallet to supply ratio. And so that just goes to show like people are really in this. Your average baby punk owner only has one or two. And so, you know, it's a very diverse community. It's really like got a broad base to it. And when that game comes out, I'm really excited to see what Sam has kind of in store for us.
Yeah, that's going to be very wicked right there. Trying to bring up, here it is, 503 right there out of a total of just one under 1,000 owners right there. And, you know, before you know it, that floor price is going to be out of there. I mean, there's one there at there. I got one at 0.3. There's a couple there at 0.3. Once those pigtails are out of there, it's going to be looking good, Hollywood. We have bids on them. It's going to be gamified right here. Hop on the rocket like Video Game Freak has. Where are you at, Video Game Freak? I'm going to try to find your...
My hoodie with VR guy.
Yeah, where are you at?
My little eye rock.
Too many of them up here. Too many tags. There you are. Boom. To the moon, baby. To the moon. All right. So we're going to hop on to something else here. We're going to move over to some Twin Flames action. All right. So little background on Twin Flames here with Justin Aversado. We have someone waiting in the green room. I don't want to have him wait too long here because I got on a little bit late with him. Video Game Freak, do you know Dean Fro at all?
Yeah, we're acquainted. Thanks to D's Spaces on Twitter, I think is where we had originally met. But
how about you? Do you want to intro him at all here and bring him into the? I
was gonna say I know he's anon, so I don't know how much info he wants to share, but really knowledgeable guy, really interesting background, and I really appreciate the insights that he's shared in D's Spaces on Twitter. So we've connected a few times, and I'm glad to have him on the Crypto Novo stream too.
So Dean Fro, he has a Wicked Cranium. He obviously, what we're looking at right here with those nice wicked shades and that hoodie, he's got a me bit going on, and we're also going to talk some Twin Flames. So Dean Fro, how are we doing tonight?
Yo, man, I was just laughing because I just got a Crypto Baby Punk myself. Video Game Freak and I were chatting about it, and I actually got two. I put a bid on one with 3D glasses, and then also bought a pink pigtails, and I put it, and then Video Game told me about another one I wanted, so I listed the pink pigtails one for 0.01 under what you just paid, and I was like, is he gonna buy that one he's looking at or mine so I can buy the next one I want?
No, you're on the other end. I had zero idea. So I mean, we can almost tell like how hot these items are getting right now. I mean, we're seeing it like live because you're on the other end in the green room, and I honestly talked to you for like 45 seconds. I'm like, hey, sorry, I gotta go live here. Like, hey, what's the format? I'm like, sorry, going live. So all right, the formats, we're just doing it, man. We're just cooking it. We're hanging out. We're having fun. All right, Dean Fro, a little bit about yourself. Anything you want to talk about real quick before we start talking about Twin Flames? Because that's, I guess the assimilation that brought us together here this evening.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. It's pretty fun to get to talk about NFTs. Quick background on myself. I got into crypto because of NFTs in 2017. Was a big Magic the Gathering player as a kid. And when I saw Crypto Kitties, I was like, this is how Magic the Gathering is going to come into my adult life. And so I've been a fan of NFTs ever since. Been getting really involved in the last 6 months. And yeah, really I'm on my kind of mission to find my NFT MMO guild, as I like to describe it, my squad that's going to kind of have its own impact on NFTs. So that's a little bit about me. Thanks for asking.
That's cool because that's a very important thing is the stories behind while there's collectors, while there's developers, while there's artists, while there's people who just like to hang out with other people in the space. It's the community that paves the road for what's going to happen to the future of these projects. And how did you come about getting into Twin Flames? Is it correct? Do you have number 11, correct?
Yeah, if you want, I can try and share my screen, or you can just go look at it.
Yeah, if you want to share your screen.
Okay, let me try to shot. Let's see if that works here. I have never done this before.
Sure, yeah, no problem.
Share screen 2. Okay, here we go. Can you see this now?
I'm going to turn it on if you're comfortable sharing it. All your tabs on the top, okay, before I share it live.
Let me look. Yeah, it's good.
Good question, yes.
Here we go. All right. Live action, you got your screen on there. All right, so that's number 11. All right. When did you pick this Twin Flames up?
So I got this maybe like 3 or 4. Let me see when I actually got it. About a month, it looks like. No, 13 days ago. 13 days ago, I picked this bad boy up. I was talking to Justin for about 4 or 5 days before that. Let me see the other one. I almost got this one for about half the price, but I just didn't like the look as much. And yeah, so I was like talking to Justin. Basically, I'm also like an angel investor and do some other things in real life, and just really like betting on people. And the more I'd interacted with Justin since March and since as I've been getting involved in getting like a CryptoPunk and all that, well, I'm just like, man, if there's one person I could bet in on this space, I'd like to bet on Justin. And so I've been talking to him for like a week before that. And yeah, didn't get this Twin Flame here. Ended up waiting a little too long, having my own CryptoPunk be not sold yet. And then I got some liquidity from my CryptoPunk and was able to really say like, this is gonna be my first big bet on a person. And I picked 4 Twin Flames I really liked and talked to Justin about how I might be able to acquire one of them. And I ended up putting in a bunch of bids, and this was probably my top choice. I mean, if you look at Twin Flames and you see the name of them and you're talking about flames, right? Like these 2 girls have this beautiful light underneath them. They're famous actresses in LA, and it's just a great vibe. So I don't know if you have any questions, but that's how I came into it, was through getting to do my first bet on somebody basically in the space.
And you know what? And it was a good bet. And Justin reached out to me. He was the first interview that I did, and I always call him a pit bull. He's like, "Hey, let's do an interview." I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." Like, it's like, "Let's just do it live. Whatever you want to do, record it. We'll do it live." And then he's like, "You want to buy a piece?" And I'm like, "Well, not yet, And he's like, "You really should, I mean, the historical reference behind it." I'm like. And he was even like selling me on my own words. It's like, you brought it up, like, and getting to understand his methodology behind it is brilliant, because he is correct in all in this set that he has created. This is bridging the gap between traditional art into the NFT space and mainstreaming a lot of things that people never could think that could be imagined until this technology came to fruition through the Ethereum blockchain. And he's showing it piece by piece. Not only that, he's preaching it. You see it with him doing it with Save Art Space and the billboards and CryptoPunks, helping out all the CryptoPunk owners. I mean, think of how much publicity that drove for pretty much for free for people that were donate. That was a donation to pretty much a donation for profit, for nonprofit, excuse me. So
nonprofit.
Sorry, for nonprofit. So those billboards went up, and it was a donation, tax deductible for me, tax deductible for whoever wanted to get their CryptoPunks up there. We were talking about, the CryptoBabyPunks getting some billboard action as well. So, what we want to do is keep promoting this NFT space. And there's no better advocate of the space than Justin with his Twin Flames collection. It's just amazing the work that he does, and talking with him and him willingness to come on. He was going to come on tonight to talk to us. He's actually out with a business meeting, and he actually wanted to, call me while you're streaming. I was going to. He wanted to come on with his this is too much for me to handle right now, trying to get a phone call going here. But you're right about number 11 right here with the light underneath these 2 the twins here shining up on them. Very, you know, the illumination of the twin flames is right there underneath them.
Yeah, and it's the second most viewed of all of them too, so that's kind of exciting. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with this. Thanks for bringing me on and getting to promote Justin. I think he's definitely someone worth promoting. So thank you.
And you know, that's the community behind the aspect of it, and part of that community is Justin gave me a jingle. As you know, yesterday, we actually talk quite often. And he says, hey, someone wants one of your twin flames here. I'm like, well, I just got it in my wallet like a week ago. And he's just like, well, you know, I mean, there's action that wants, there's people that want these. And I want to be able to make people who are collectors, you know, come in and like I got it from Anonymous. He came in and was able to sell it a week ago. Yeah, we broadcasted it live for 8.75. And I think there is, let's see if it's in here right now, number 15. So if you see right here, I have a bid of 15 Ethereum just above Video Game Freak's head right there, and my head right there for 7 days. I don't know. You guys think I should accept this and have another owner? See if should see if A Young. I'm not too sure. I don't want to dig too much into someone else's wallet here. Has some pretty cool stuff.
They're a collector.
They are a collector. I like collectors that are going to hodl. Justin might be out to dinner with this person right now. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Make another member of the Twin Flames family here?
I mean, heck, you still have your other one, don't you?
Well, you know, that was the game plan all along, is to have two of them. So the other one I had was this one, and the jersey number right there, 311, 3 and 11 was just a spiritual number sign that I just had to hold on to. At least for now. I mean, everything's
that whole exchange was so magic. Getting to see that live, like the acquisition by Anonymous 311, or like your purchase of his piece, the 311 in this piece, like the selling of the one for the two. Like, oh yeah, I was.
And then if you think about it right here, another number that kind of mixes in with it as well is this one, number 11. Right here. So I mean, there's multiple multiple
the numerology is real, yeah.
That are woven within all these, which makes it fun, magical. When I had to buy my first twin flame, the Trippy twins, I had to buy that from Dave. And Dave says, I like numbers. Give me a number to sell it at. And I gave him the number 1.234. And he accepted that. And that was the first twin flame I got for 1.234 Ethereum. And I believe that was back in March. So look how far we've come right now to where Justin's at as an artist, where look at that. This, if I accept this, it's going to push his value to 600 Ethereum.
That would be pretty
man.
The signs are pointing in one direction. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
Oh, it's kind of a dick if I don't say yes. So, all right, I'm accepting it. Here we go, boys. 15 Ethereum. I'll earn 13.1 Ethereum. OpenSeas. Take Justin Aversado. You're going to get 10% out of this transaction. You know what, my friend? You deserve it because you've been working your tail off. It's not like you just sit back and take a picture once in your life. No, you've worked your tail off for that. The gas transaction is $10. I'll be happy to pay that. You know what? This is so awesome. Thank you for the new owner.
You're a legend, brother. I mean, like, just to watch your sale of the first, like the Trippy twins, into buying two more, putting it back into the ecosystem.
Hey, Justin, I'm on live right now with Video Game Freak.
Shit.
Can you hear him? Can you hear him, Video Game Freak, or no?
We can hear him.
All right. So, you're live. You're live action.
I'm live fucking phoning a friend.
You're phoning live action. I'm starting a transaction. You're gonna be going over 600 Ethereum live right now. I hope. I'm gonna accept the transaction. You had a bid on number 47 for live transaction. You're going through, man. I knew you couldn't make it. I know you're busy at dinner, but you know.
Bought a piece on Foundation. I was in a room with the artist. Just bought a piece by IX Shell and Diana Sinclair. Show the audience the piece, but it's on my Twin Flames wallet, my cold storage. So definitely take a look. It's fucking awesome, and you know that's what I use my royalties for, is for other artists. So I just wanted to shout them out because I'm in a Twitter Spaces with them right now. But I answered your call. But yeah, I just bought their art, so it's cool to see my art. You know,
did you win the auction?
I won.
Sick.
3F music, bro.
That's awesome.
Well, there you go. You're hearing it live, right? You're hearing it live right now with the sale. He doesn't just sit on these sales, ladies and gentlemen. He's out there putting it back into the NFT community. He's buying other pieces from other featured artists. Make sure you're checking him out on Discord. Justin, we're doing it right. All right. I'm going to let you get back to what you're doing. We're going to get back to what we're doing here. We will talk.
I want to stay on the phone with you.
All right. Sounds good. I'm going to have to find some way to prop this phone up just like this. Do you want to join us? Want me to drop you a thing on live stream? You got a viable.
Yeah, let me fucking hop in.
All right. Let me DM
you too.
I'm going to give you a DM here real quick. All right, man.
Twitter.
Sounds good.
All right. I got to go. Let me take.
All right. There you go. All right. So, all right. Well, there we have it.
Justin geeking out is like my favorite thing. His reactions live are so just so perfect, so raw, and oh yeah.
I think he's running out of a dinner right now.
Oh, he's on a Twitter space. I see it on my phone. He's on this Twitter space with let's see who it is. IX Shells. He's a speaker on there.
That's who he just bought the piece from.
Yeah, he's definitely working hard for the whole NFT community.
That's so awesome.
Did you guys see that George Floyd piece he got recently too? That was pretty amazing as well. Mm-hmm. That man is doing so much for photography in the NFT space.
He's a legend.
Well, that's why we do what we do. Behind what we do is because I was trying to click on something to show, but I just remembered I actually sold something. It's almost like seller's remorse right now. It's just like, come on. Let me think. Oh, I'm getting sidetracked here. I got to find him over here.
I'll get the link for
VGFreak, maybe pull up the link that Justin was talking about, what he just purchased, and we'll start showing off some of the artists that he enjoys collecting as well.
For sure. Let me get the link for the Twitch chat real quick. They were asking if you had a Discord community, so I'm going to link that to them. And then I'll pull up Justin's wallet so we can see what he was bidding on.
I also love that it's going full circle, man. Crypto Nova, you're excited about him helping the punks, and then now you're helping him, and now he's helping more people. It's just like a merry-go-round.
And I wanted to get another artist into that loop. I try to get, I try to keep those twin flames. I try to keep those twin flames active. I mean, Justin, calls me up and is just like, yo, I got. Oh, watch this. Is going to be going nuts.
We're live. We're live on Crypto Novo's show.
What's up, Justin?
We're fucking
Justin,
live, baby. Am I still
Justin, what is going on? How are we doing? Oh, my friend, we've done it again. All right, so I don't know anything. I don't know if the buyer wants to be anonymous or wants to be talked about, but another sale by you. With another epic twin flame going to a new. Is it a new wallet? Is this the first time owner, or is this someone who already owns one?
First time owner. El Jefe is the new owner.
because you were kind of lining this up with me. You're like, any interest you want to sell it? I'm like, I don't know if I really want to be selling anything anymore. And you were just like, come on, it's possible new owner here. And I'm all about spreading the love, opening it up to the community here. We did it last week, and we almost started a little bull run last week. I mean, things started getting a little nutso last week we had some pretty fast, hot sales last week that led to some significant sales again going into this week.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Damn, there he goes.
I gotta accept this bid.
Crypto Nova, did you see Justin also with the matching punk with him and his girlfriend that he posted in CryptoBabyPunks chat?
That was awesome.
That was great with him and Nicole. I actually spoke with Nicole. I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before about that, and congratulated them on the punk and the punk access. I was actually speaking to Nicole about some what things that she has coming up, because when we first started this, we spoke with Justin about his business, and then all of a sudden we talked to Nicole involved. Next thing you know, both of them sold out. They're looking on to Justin right here is just still pressing through hard. Secondary sales are going nuts, even to the fact he had to buy his own pieces back to, help not help support himself in the Ethereum sense, but he knew the direction it was going due to how many people are asking about it, asking him how to get these pieces, who are the owners of these pieces. We're seeing owners, OG CryptoPunk owners, Dave, Anonymous, coming to the rescue and selling the new wallets, spreading the love. And it's all because Justin's out there every single day, Discord, talking to people, Brown Brio, what's up?
Bernardo.
So
Bernardo.
He's in the chat.
That's Bernardo right there So even Bernardo, I mean, he has one of my pieces or vice versa. So
it's every time we talk Twin Flames or Justin Aversano, the crew rolls through.
It's like Punk's chats.
That's my homies. Woo! Did you see my screen share right now?
Where are you at?
Oh,
there it is.
This is a very historic piece, like IX Shells with Diana Sinclair. Like IX Shells is an artist who sold a piece for $2 million a couple months ago with I think it was Pleaser Dad or something like that, and donated all her money to reporters or something.
The charity, yeah.
So when I saw this go live, I was like, I need this, and it started at 0.777, and I bid on it to start the bid, and then someone outbid me, and then I had no ETH, and then I woke up and I had a piece sold for 8 ETH, and I'm like, oh shit, I could win this, and there's like 2 hours left, so 3F Music bid on this, who's like a big whale and someone who buys art all day on Foundation, so they must be sleeping in Dubai right now because I actually won this.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Swooped in Dubai, that's awesome. Bam.
Because to my knowledge, she's the highest selling female NFT artist.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed that shit. Supported my friend.
Snag it. And Justin, I was talking just a couple minutes ago, like when you were transferring on here, how that's what you wanted to do with the some of the proceeds that you make with the Twin Flames pieces that you do sell and you do get royalties from, because you want to give back to the community and it's important.
Yeah. 100%. Like
back into the system.
I'm alive.
So I'm texting a couple people here on the side as well.
Check my DM I sent you on my text message.
Text me back.
Text me back, dude. I need you to text me back. Bro, that was crazy. I'm glad we got a new collector in the fold, and he's a good dude. We spoke earlier. It's fun.
We got it. Keep it having fun in this space. That's why I speak with you all the time. It's just fun talking to you. You're like, hey, I might have a new buyer here, or I have someone who wants to sell it or trade. You were thinking about a trade yesterday with a potential another one of mine. It was pretty funny because we almost made that trade for the one I just picked up with the Twins with the 3 and the 11 on their back jerseys.
Right.
You're up over 70 individual wallets. That's
I think I'm at 72 now.
Yeah.
With that last sale we just had here. My goal is to have at least 75, and if we can get to 75, that's really good. Tomorrow there'll be 2 new ones if my friend who owns the most Twins sells the 2 that people bid on. So we're slowly getting that to 80. And if we can make it to 80, 85 range, then we're in really good place with the expansiveness of collection of the collector base.
Yo, you're also already in a really good place, to be honest.
I know, but ideally, I'd love to have like one person per twin and have 100 different collectors.
New levels. Always setting new goals.
I'm obsessed. So.
Hey, I have a question for Justin and Crypto Novo. So Justin pointed me to Crypto Novo and said Crypto Novo loves trades and I love trades. So I was like, man, I got to talk to this guy. And he says he loves spectacles. Tell me more about that. What's the spectacles? What's your favorite spectacles?
Do we have a spectacle tonight?
Well, depends what you're looking at. If you're looking at spectacles like this, like the spectacles of these big shades right here, I love these specs. Or the spectacles of what we just pulled off in this NFT space is, keeping these artists active, keeping them vocal, having them finding the collectors of wonderful things, getting the friendships going, getting other things noticed. I mean, we're looking at your me bit right there at those specs right there as well. I mean, it's a spectacle of what we're trying to accomplish in the space is just having a good time.
Hell yeah, for sure. I would love to be involved in some crazy trades too. And my punk was a big shades punk. So you're right. The shades are the spectacles.
So Justin, what's next? Who do you got lined up next here for a big trade? All right. So if I'm looking down here on your list of recent sales. We have 15, 14.22, 20, 9 Ethereum, 12 Ethereum, 12 Ethereum, 12 Ethereum, 10, 9. So we're seeing the floor rising as we speak. It's rising around us. So, I mean, what's next? What's the next move? I've been having people ask me about Discord's going crazy.
We're going to 50, baby. I'm manifesting a big jump. That'll really, make it reach the next level. I'm pushing it as far as it could go to the next level because we're at a place where we're really taking off from like last week was like 8 ETH floor, and now we're reaching a 20, like 14 to 20 ETH zone, and hopefully by October I'd like to be at like definitely over 20, 25, 30 if possible.
Because we're seeing it now with some of the auctions, some of your pieces, coming through the auctions just recently. We're seeing it not only CryptoPunk OGs, but traditional NFT artists coming into the game. Possible some artists that you support coming back to support you as well. I mean, we're seeing you pushing your money around the NFT space and buying things that you love and collect and artists that you enjoy and want to promote. And, they're trying to ladder themselves up to try to get one of these pieces because they're turning into historical pieces before we look at them right now. We're looking at the floor one right now.
What are you going to do with that one?
Tell us a little bit about this one.
So this one is really fun. And I have a lot of other pictures by these kids that I chose not to put in the project. There were a few other good shots that were really mysterious and fun and illuminating, but I think this one really sits well for me and is grounding, because it's like, and it's ironically the floor twin, and they're sitting on the floor. I think it's funny, it's symbolic at this point in time, because when we look at photos, and at any point in time, in any context, it's always changing as well as we change. So our interpretations, the context, really have a meaningful, part in this whole decision-making process. And this picture in particular, I photographed these two young gentlemen at a twin mom meetup where there was like 20 moms with twins, and they meet every week. And this was in San Francisco, Golden Gate Bridge Park. And we were actually hanging out with, if you go back to the floor, and it's actually really strange that these two twins are right next to each other, the boys and the girls, the kids, who are basically the youngest children in the project. I had shot these twins first in San Francisco, and then I went back months later to photograph the boys. But those kids are best friends with the boys, and those moms are best friends also in real life. And those twins were at the photo shoot of the boys, and I actually shot them together in some photos. But I went and shot them by themselves on the grass.
So separately, you saw these two twins, which you shot in front of the Golden Gate, and then at Golden Gate Park over here, you shot these twins and then saw the first twins.
Whoa! I didn't even realize that. Like the other twins were at Golden Gate. You could see the Golden Gate Bridge, but the other twins we just saw was in Golden Gate Park. So it's like the Golden Gate energy really ties it all together, and they're best friends. So it's like we're bridging the gap literally through art, through the photograph.
The synchronicity of what has occurred on this stream in like the last couple of weeks is like kind of mind blowing. It's hard to, you can't line up all of those things like without some of that like mysticism, that divine intervention, like. Justin, you are a genius, but I don't think you could do all of that if you tried.
It's awareness. We're working with awareness. We're working with
subconscious. Yeah.
We're just going with it, man. And it's what's the word? It's improvisation, and we're the masters of it. Artists are the masters of improv. We're problem solvers. We're creators. So, I can make stories up all day about these photos and tell you what they're about, but that's the meaning behind the art.
And there's a lot of meaning behind your pieces. That's why I love having you on. And you kind of even tell me like, yo, stop having me on. Like you got to have someone else on. Well, you're what's happening in the space. You're what's when I click and what people are looking at and what people want. You're the ones. Your pieces are the people, are the pieces that people seek. And it's because of your hard work. It's because of the people in the community. It's because of the owners that have these pieces that make it fun and interesting. Very similar why I had Dean Fro come on today. I knew nothing about he had a Twin Flames piece. We started chatting. I'm like, hey, how about you come on live tonight? We had some interest of trades going on. We had some interest of live buys going on. And next thing you know, we're linking up. He's talking to one of his favorite artists. He has a couple pieces. Dean Fro, it wouldn't do me any justice if you didn't have any questions for Justin about, the piece, maybe with the one piece that slipped away from you with this one, or the other piece, which you were able to snag right here in this one.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about Twin Flame number 11, Justin. It's very visually appealing to me. That's why I wanted it compared to
that one. That one is very interesting because I met up with those girls later in the day, and the light was leaving, and we met at Tompkins Square Park to shoot, but the light was on the other side of the city. So we were literally chasing the light across the city to get to a place where I could photograph them in daylight, and the daylight was going away. So we were literally walking across the city chasing the light. And then we had
I'm sorry to cut you off, Justin, but for people watching, like, you don't just like go out there with this like, top range digital camera. Like you go, like you have your process. Why don't you explain a little bit about the camera you use in this type of situation? You need the natural light.
I use 4x5 film camera. I use a medium format film camera. Everything I shoot is analog. I don't shoot digital. I shoot in camera, and I print in a darkroom, and I put these things on the blockchain after scanning them. And I'm working with analog, and then I'm utilizing the digital world as a place to exhibit it.
So I can see you like, come on, we got to get over here. The sun's going down. We got to peek in between whatever these two buildings.
In between, there's light slivers that like I could utilize. Like I said, we're masters of improv. So we got to Washington Square Park. I was feeling really stressed out because the light was gone. It was blue. It was dark. But then I see the light at the what are those things called? The monument that's like this in Washington Square Park. It's a monument, and there's lights coming up like at night that you could just see. Oh shit, my computer.
Like just above you.
It's just the light was coming from under instead of above. So I placed them there, and I took a bunch of photos, and then this one was the one that really like spoke to me. The depth, the closeness, the light. It really represents chasing the light and finally capturing it in the darkness. And these twins are skateboarder twins. They're actresses. They're really, really amazing models and fashion people. And just that moment when I placed them in the light was like my moment of ease. So because I stopped chasing the light and I stopped visualizing what I wanted and just settled for what was there and utilized what was around me at the time because I had no choice but to be improv and photograph them with that little small light in that monument and just make something out of that moment.
That's awesome how that happened.
12 shots. When I shoot, I only have 12 shots to shoot.
Got to make it happen in those 12 shots. I mean, there's the story. That's the reason there's more behind it than just, oh, it's just two girls that are twins taking a picture. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. They're not just, getting edited with the camera filters already on it. It's step by step, piece by piece, painstaking process. And you know what? You only have 12 shots at it. You blow it then, you got to wait for the next day. You got to wait for the next day.
Actually, no. If I fuck up the shoot, I still choose a photo because it represents the journey of that day, of that shoot. And there are pictures that I fucked up, and I stand by my fuck ups because those are my greatest teachers. And without fucking up, it'd be too perfect, and I don't want too perfect. I want human. I want organic. I want real. I want truth. And that's what I work in the moment, and whatever the moment is made, it cannot be recreated because it was between us and them in that time, and we grow old and. Our style changes. So, this picture was us literally symbolizing chasing the light and finding it from under us instead of above us.
And I want, people dropping their computers and dropping the F-bomb and showing what's going on because that's what life is. And it is coming down to 12 shots and it is telling people the truth of the situation, and having those particular twins maybe in that moment, like, hey, we got to get in the car. We got to get moving. We got to get over here to get this shot in. And having them understand that is the process it takes. And that's why it's called art, because there is a process behind capturing this moment in time. And that's what's beautiful about it. So, that was one first. Dean Fro, did that answer your question about that piece right there?
Oh man, it was like the question I didn't ask but wish I did. Thank you for answering. And yeah, it's so great to hear about the process and the journey. And what I really appreciate is the imperfection point you guys talked about. I find that a lot of people just want to chase perfection, but I'm always trying to be imperfect because it's just a lot more realistic. And it's fun to hear one of my artists I've collected and one of my friends in the crypto space echoing some thoughts I have.
So I think there was another sale or a transfer that just happened right now between Marky Bitcoin and DT. So let's go check out this activity because I think there was a trade that just happened as we speak. So
so where we got to go here? We got to go to.
Was this a trade?
I think it was a trade. Let's see what happens. Let's look here. No. He texted me skater secured, so I'm just trying to see what that means.
All right. So, do you think about the skater twins here?
I don't know. He said skater secured, so I'm just looking into that. Let's see. I don't see any transfers.
Who's it owned by prior?
Marky Bitcoin.
Marky Bitcoin.
But the bot usually doesn't come up a second time unless something happens upcoming next. So I'm just curious if we're gonna see something. But yeah, man. Are we? Did you check your text message that I sent you, John?
Let me see. So what we're gonna look at right here.
I had deep interest in one photo that was worth a lot of money too today. Like,
what photo was that?
Nicole's picture.
Ooh, this one right here.
Look at the price on it.
Number 80. I know. Ones are wild here for this one.
That's one of my
was a
favorites
great
of the
one.
collection too. That's
the moment I met Nicole. Like that shoot was the moment
Really?
I met her. Yeah, that's why it's so
Wow.
special. That's why it deserves that price, because that was the moment we fell in love. That was the moment I ever first laid my eyes on her. That was the first time we ever created. And from that moment, from the darkness into the light, our love has shined.
I literally just got chills. Like to nearly.
It's, love is this powerful thing, dude.
That's such a beautiful story behind like an already beautiful piece.
There's stories behind every picture, and it'll take a long time to tell them all. But once I look at the picture, I feel it, I see it, it comes back to me instantly, and I can just talk about it. Bernardo, it does look like a spirit coin.
That's bizarre.
What, right here in the background, huh?
Because she makes spirit coins.
Where's my chat here? Mm-mm.
Whoa, dude, this is fucking crazy. Now that dude,
yes.
It's like once somebody sees that, you like can't unsee it.
I literally can't unsee it. It's so weird because the spirit coins, her art weaves into mine, and we're like the crypto art couple, like the Stieglitz and the O'Keefe of our generation, of this time period. George O'Keefe and Alfred Stieglitz from the 1900s.
Wow.
His art history repeats itself. It just takes different forms.
It does look like a spirit coin right there. It's
Native American based.
Sorry, I'm looking at something on another screen here.
I have no question for Justin if you don't want to move on, or if you want to move on, we can.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I was just curious, like one thing I remember seeing from a lot of people who shoot other people is it's so interesting to hear about how you try and engage the person you're going to take a shot of, each twins. Do you have any fun process or ritual around that?
Honestly, I like to just jump into it. Because I'm so fucking excited when I pull up and I meet them. I'm just like, I'm just looking at them, and I'm looking around me, and I'm looking at the light, and I'm just like, all right, I just something literally possesses me, and I just start like getting into director mode where I'm just like, all right, let's make art, like stand here, do this, look at that, look this way, look at each other, like, be intimate, be yourself. It's just something comes over me that I can't even talk about. It just happens. And it's the most focused I am. If you see me at a shoot, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a different part of me that just comes out, and it's like hyper focused and creative and fun and also serious, but also playful.
You're in your element. You're in your mode. You're in your mojo. I mean, that's what's you're doing work. That's your craft. And I would love to see you do. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and to see you do work. I wish. Maybe I'll see if I have a twin out there or not.
Cousins.
There we go. I mean, we talked about my cousins that with the DeLorean. Since I just sold the Trippy twins, I have two cousins that live, and their backdoor neighbor owns a DeLorean, And so, all right, what are you guys thinking of this floor, the floor right now? All right, there's one at the floor at 12.2 with the twins here from San Francisco. You said correct, Justin? They were San
Golden
Francisco
Gate Boys.
Then if you look up, you have these two are from Europe, right? German, were they? Did you say?
They're called the Russian twins.
Russian. I'm sorry. I knew they were somewhere.
They're street performers. They're on TikTok. They're on Instagram. They're just always performing and doing flips and doing tricks and like having fun and doing jokes. And they're very youthful. They're funny. They're jokesters. They're tricksters, but also they're kind and very sweet and supportive twins. And they're exactly the same. They're like the most twinniest twins I've ever met.
Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do here, I'm going to be fair to other people out there. I'm going to give there's an offer out. Is there an offer out here already for 8 on this one, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's getting accepted though.
It's funny that those low bids are like considered FUD now. Like that's not even, nobody's even considering an 80th offer on these anymore.
That's what's crazy, dude.
Like even a week ago, that would have been like a real consideration, but like 7 days later, it's
floor.
Yeah. That was the one that got away from me. I was like, for like 3 days, I was like, man, if my punk sells, I could afford this. I could justify this to myself. And then boom, went from 4 to 7 in those 3 days.
I don't even remember when it was 4, but I knew it was like very recent. So there was
literally within a matter of 7 to 14 days, conservatively.
There was a jump, dude. Something happened. Like, I think it was Nova was right. Like, we were literally just doing this, and then it spurred like 30 ETH sales, 20 ETH sales.
Bernardo had a big part of that right there. He was able to sell it to me for 8.75. I was able to turn around and remember. Then I sold another one, and then I was able to buy 2, which I was able to sell one more right now that we just saw this week. So it's just one helping the other, help the other. You got it. And then now we're getting more people involved that are more interested in this space. And that's what's the cool thing about NFTs is that we're able to do this without having, huge brokerage deals or having eBay or this or that. The artist gets it. And that's what I love.
And like one of my favorite things about this, especially with how many collectors are now out there with, collecting twin flames, is with each incremental sale, each collector is more and more convicted in this project. And it's just like, it's hard to describe.
It's attracting more and more people who can afford the higher prices at the end of the day.
Well, but not only that, like I do agree that like the more traction that the project has on a higher level is attracting the type of buyers that are gravitated to your work. But like the more diverse the collector base, it seems like the more people want to hang on to it. Like people see the excitement around this project and around you, and like it's like diamond hands. Everyone just wants their twin flames, and we see it in the Discord all the time. People are like, "No, this is my forever hold. Like this one's not leaving." And it's
Bernardo agrees with you. Only sell to help out Justin, really, but want to hold forever. So that's what it is. Hodling and holding forever.
Which one does Bernardo have again?
Bernardo, what number do you have? Can you toss it in?
I know he was looking for another. Wasn't he the one that put out a bunch of those bids?
Can we go back to Nicole's picture? I want to tell her something while we're live and what you guys pointed out.
Hey guys.
So look at your
picture. Hi. Well, not this one. Sorry, we needed. This. Where are you at here?
80, number 80. All right, right there. This is the craziest thing they just told me, and like, just listen.
Okay.
All right, dudes.
Should I go to the message right here? Look in the background, like in between you and your sister.
Wait, let me look.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh,
It looks like a.
Mondale.
yeah.
Okay, now do it, Novo.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find the message right here. I want to have Bernardo's message pop up. Hold on.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The one he said earlier about.
Yeah. Did I miss it here? There's not like a million messages here. Right here, this one. Also, the photo looks like it has a spirit coin in it.
Oh, yeah. I know.
So we were going back and forth with that, looking between this picture of you with your pieces.
That's amazing.
Go show
That's
them what you.
amazing.
Or did you give it
Oh
to
no,
them?
they're gone. They're
Oh
gone.
shit! All right.
Wow. Yeah.
That scares me. How like.
That's amazing. I
How
love
like
it.
aligned that is. The spirit coin has always been there between us, and the orb of her art. That's her art, you know. Like her art energy was just radiating, and it's like the eye of the beholder. It's the eye of the.
Well, it's almost like it was already written kind of thing, you know. It's very like destined and fated. It's all there, and then we kind of catch up to everything, I feel like. So amazing, you guys. I love that you saw that.
Bernardo saw it.
That's so cool.
Pulled it in. Good shout out, Bernardo. We're gonna pull up one of his right here in a second here.
I want to tell Bernardo his story.
Number 24.
24. Let's see. Obviously, I'm not looking up in numeric order here. I'm on a different page, unfortunately. And I gotta go up to here.
Making sandwiches.
Okay.
I'm glad Bernardo was able to get another one back. Like after he made that, like sort of.
Oh, I know his picture.
Cascade.
Oh my god, I know his picture fucking well. I know it so well. I could even just talk about that. I was dosed on acid that day. Someone dosed me right before I fucking was planning the shoot, and I showed up with an assistant feeling all fucked up and electrified and like weird when I did a photo shoot with them on acid. And I told them this. I'm like, yo, I'm on acid. Someone dosed me. Like, I'm going through with this. We're making art. And this was in Fort Greene in Brooklyn at the Lighthouse. And she's actually an amazing photographer herself. If you Google Sarah Hilton, she's an incredible, like, V11 photographer, photojournalist, traveled the world, really, really amazing Nat Geo work. And it's funny because she's a photographer, I'm a photographer, and she's on the other side of the lens. And I didn't know she was a photographer until after we shot and connected more. So this picture was shot on the steps in Fort Greene, and we had other shots like in front of a beautiful blue lighthouse. But this one really, to me, spoke to me because it's like the other sister is kind of like protecting her from the outside world, even though that Sarah herself goes out into the world and into these dangerous situations and, you know, other countries to help those in need through her art and through her community support. And, you know, her other sister just wants to look out for her and like protect her. So she's her protector. And this one really symbolizes protection energy and sisterhood, and just like, it's not a good, you know, it's not a, they're not so happy in the picture, like, you know, they're not smiling, but it's just this honest, raw, like, I'm worried about you, but I love you and I protect you energy. And I feel like you could see that on their faces and feel it from the way she's like putting the coat on her and like taking care of her and being there for her. I think this picture really represents the being there for the twin and showing up. And, you know, as much as you may not like what she's doing, it's for a good cause, and you support her anyway because it's the good work that we all need to have in the world. because without her, we wouldn't see these pictures, we wouldn't understand these cultures, and she really sacrifices her life to take these meaningful shots.
And to pull her sister in, the coverage of the coat, very symbolic of helping and being there for someone, especially approaching it from, back, showing comfort, and it's just beautiful. Not to mention, and you're doing this on another mindset and another level. It just shows that like you're in the mode, you're in the zone. You can
so high. It was me. I didn't even know I could take photos. Like I was so anxious. I was like, but I was like, we're here. I'm doing this. We're fucking making art. Like I'm on acid. We're making art. Like it's fine. I got back in the cab on the way home, and I was just like, I'm so high. I gotta lay down. I'm gonna be high for the next 8 hours.
Well, Bernardo is here in the story of number 24. Bernardo, are you loving it? I mean, there's a lot more to the story than just what the picture shows. There always is. That's why I want to show all the artists as I can and how they describe their pieces. I was just recently on with the Utobits creator, Patique, and she said that they're sitting around in a bar and they just thought of the idea of just, I mean, she didn't say anything about using me bits at all, but she says, we're just going to create these characters. We have a storyline behind them. She wants to have it, very, a utopian society. That's why, she came UTO it was from that utopian society where everyone is equal. And they're just trying to find equality through the space. And that's what they wanted to do within bringing that into a metaverse where you can have that equality and starting from scratch and starting from the beginning. And that's what you're seeing in this NFT space with artists like Justin, artists like Nicole, and the collectors are loving it. The collectors are loving hearing about this. I mean, Bernardo now just got, the total in-depth story of his significant twin piece right here, this twin flames piece right here, how the pictures were taken, the state of mind the photographer was under, the comfort level of these two twins in and around each other. So that's why I enjoy doing this. It's just fun hanging out anyways. So Bernardo, you got the smiley face mask here. All right, Justin, a couple of things on my mind. All right. I don't want to be the person that keeps on just buying the floor and laddering up the floor and just, people beating people to the punch. All right. Because one, we both work hard together, eating popcorn, loving the show. All right. We work hard together to try to find buyers and collectors for not only us, but all artists. Thankfully for us, we get to highlight each other's transactions because we talk to each other. We know what's going on in the space. For me, initially, I was going to buy the floor one because I love having two. I think that would be unfair to other people. So I'm going to give them a timeline. Now I'm not going to enforce this timeline by any means. And so that floor one there, that's not going to stay there for too long. We'll see what happens next week. And with that being said, I really like this piece right here. I'm going to make an offer right here at 1.25, which is what the floor is at right now.
Wait.
12.5.
Wait.
12.5. Yeah, go ahead.
Who owns it? Let me see who owns it, because that could really change if they'll accept it or not, because I know
who's hodling and who's not.
That guy is not going to sell it at a bid. He doesn't accept bids.
Eric will not accept that. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know that one there right off the bat. Because what I was going to do is I was going to go at 12.5 there to see if maybe this one floor would sell at 12.45 because we do have an active bid on it. And I want to at least give Art right here a chance.
I already actually bid on another one that they're going to accept later.
And increase a bid.
Ari's, I'm going to show you the one that Ari bid on is number 20.
Uh-huh.
And that one's gonna be accepted soon, like tonight or tomorrow.
Ooh, so you're gonna you have another one in the realm right here. This one, huh?
Exactly. He's got a bid on it. I know the owner.
Dude, is that a Bears hat this guy's got on? Dude, that guy's sporting a Chicago Bears hat.
So Ari's gonna get that one.
So he's gonna be moving on up. Moving on up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, the guy who has those two, the kids, doesn't accept bids because he actually didn't want to list them, and he had a bunch, but I had asked friends of friends to ask him to make it listing because he had too many, and I want to make sure other people can get it. So he listened. He owns a zero trait CryptoPunk. He paid $550 for. So he doesn't need bids. He listed it for me because people were like, "Hey, you got to list some because we're trying to grow the community." So and someone did do like a big bid, like 1 ETH under. He didn't accept it. It's like he's traveling. He's not on his computer. He doesn't care. He just lists prices.
I got it. Yep.
Lists for what he thinks it's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's gonna get gobbled up like you're gobbling it up right there. Video game freak, what are you thinking right now?
Just the vibes, man. It just brings such a smile to my face. And Justin, thank you for sharing the stories. My favorite part about sort of photography in general, but also like in a microcosm, what we experience on these streams is like the story behind the picture is so much deeper. And then the layers of like discovery each time you revisit these pieces and we're viewing them together is something special. And then to see it, all go back into twin flames, it's just feels good.
It's a cycle. It's a karmic cycle we're creating.
And I just love to see the homies winning. It's awesome.
Dean Fro, any questions? We're gonna transition to Wicked Craniums here in a second because I know there's a couple people that want to talk with some Wicked Craniums. But any thoughts with Twin Flames? While we have Justin, we're talking Twin Flames right now.
I mean, yeah, like I really echo with what Video Game Freak said, that this is the fun part of life, just getting to interact with people you like and talk about being creative and do things that matter, help out other artists, help out the world. So it's been really fun. I guess if I had to ask one more question, I'm a very curious person sometimes. I'd ask, and then maybe this is not even that curious a question. I guess it is, but yeah, Justin, what do you want from us collectors? Any asks for the world of us collector folks here?
I just want to keep hanging out and asking questions and talking about the work and, showing up for each other and what can I do for you? It's like you guys are my investors. So I basically work for you, with you to make this project successful in every level we can do.
That's great. That's what we're doing. It's always giving back. It's this circle, keeping that organic circle going and going and going. And one thing that we're going to do with keeping the circle going is talking about another project that's had been just taking off in the last couple of weeks, Wicked Cranium. And I was looking through your wallet there, Dean Fro, and I saw that you had a pretty prime one in there, right? Didn't you have a pretty prime Wicked Cranium?
You mean Don Cranio?
Say that again.
You mean Don Cranio?
Yeah, so he's like Juan Don Cranium. Is that his full name right there?
I hadn't heard the Juan before, but yeah, let's see. 5042. You want to pull it up, or should I share my screen again?
Oh yeah, why don't you share your screen? Pull your screen in there.
Okay. Let's see here. Screen 2.
Don Cranium. There we go.
You guys see me here? Okay, yeah. Oh, it's Inception style. This is always fun too. All right, over to Wicked Craniums. I call this guy, Don Cranio, because he's got the cigar, he's got the king robes. I mean, if there was a mob boss of the Wicked Craniums, I kind of thought this was it. So yeah, when the project launched, this was like, after I had a couple bored apes that had, unfortunately, I had not figured out how to delist them in time, and they got sniped before the floor went above like 1 or 2. And so yeah, it was not a good feeling learning the intricacies of OpenSea and how they never delist things for you. So they just sat there for 2 weeks, and then boom, I missed that. Anyway, on the Craniums front, I was like, I got to make sure I get the rare one I really like on this project. And I don't know if I overpaid or underpaid. I think I paid.
Didn't matter. You liked it.
Yeah, exactly. It was the mob boss, I thought. And, you know, I ended up spending 4 ETH on this cool ass emerald Don Cranio, really, or Wandon is now what CryptoNova is telling me I should call him. And yeah, I mean, I think the Craniums have been really exciting for me for a couple of reasons, but just with Justin here, it makes me think of one of the more recent ones. You know, you see these projects launch and they're not quite sure what they're going to be. They are excited about their art, and then they sell out and they start hitting resales and spiking up, and then they start to think of bigger ideas. Now, what did the WickedCraniums do first? They said, hey, we want this project to really be a community for artists. And they said, our vision is about how do we make this, all the small artists of the world really benefit from the WickedCranium success. And that vision really excited me too. So I really do like the WickedCraniums, and I don't know if you have any questions for me about what I said, but you know, Wandon Cranio here is one of my favorites. I like the side up one as well, but you know, this one, I'm really a fan of the cigar in this project for whatever reason, for the mob style, I guess.
Yeah, the mob style, the cigar sitting in the mouth. It's like taking care of business. It's wonderful. You know, I had a couple members of the WickedCranium collectors, I should say, and they love the project. The space is awesome. I personally don't have any, but you know, when you see the avatars pop up, I mean, they're pretty wicked. They're excellent. And on top of it, you're seeing people like multiple tattoos on it. I mean, you're seeing little, very similar to the Bored Ape Yacht Club. You're seeing little clubs breaking out with them, depending on what type of attributes they're having. And you're seeing laddering up where they are trying to get the rarer ones, the different attributes. Why don't you click on properties there real quick and break down some of the rare attributes within Wandon here.
Wandon Cranio. Yeah, so, you know, the emerald is one of the rarest attributes of the project. Let's see what we'd have to go into the collection to see how many there are. Let's go over there for a second. Look at the collection. And yeah, let's take a look at how many of these there are. So there's the body types for this project. And for emeralds, there's 120. And there's the even more rare Emerald O version where there's only 44. So that's like one of the rarest parts of this. And then secondly, there's the Chief Cranium clothes. I don't actually know how many of those there are. Let's take a look.
So, I mean, it's just like the aliens, apes, and the zombies right there. I mean, that's like the alien aspect. I mean, the extremely rare attribute class for that type of bone style, I guess you'd call it.
141. So this is one of those fun double rares. It's like, you know, the ape with like some rare other punk trait in the
ape with a VR and a hoodie, like Justin T's, which is actually not even a real crypto punk, but he gets off by it. That's fun. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be triple, but this is a nice double. And then the cigar, I like these hidden elements in projects too. I was actually just talking to someone else earlier today about this, where they don't actually describe some of the elements, and you get to like kind of discover those as well. But yeah, the cigar is a big hit for me with this one too. It really works with this vibe. This guy's basically just says, I'm in charge, and if you want to Wandon it up, you know, you got to talk to me first.
It's excellent. You know, vintage pieces in your wallet as a collector, I enjoy looking at it. Looks like you're trying to stay 2 steps ahead. Any projects or NFTs that you're seeing in the pipeline, anything else that you want to promote possibly in your own wallet, friends that have been talking about, anything like that?
Let's see. I'll take a quick look at my wallet first. Well, this is my like vault wallet. I will quickly just talk about this because the snout skier inside of the Meebits project, I'm pretty excited about. I think that, you know, the most exciting thing about NFTs is that everyone can really build their own brands around it. And Larva Labs kind of investing in a logo, this Snouts logo, is pretty exciting. And so I picked this guy up because I think Snowfro was in the chat one day, and he was like, there's only about like 10 of these humans with this versus like there's a very similar skull shirt that is not the snout skull, and there's like a ton of those. So I kind of like this because it was like a hidden gem. So this is also in my vault wallet here, along with another kind of rare Sentry that I like. I'm just going to touch on this real quick too. Oh, you have to go to the website on these ones. I'm not going to bother with that right now unless you guys are interested. But yeah,
I got a mental image of that. I'm definitely going back to that later. I love getting this type of information because I can't get around to everything. So this is like homework for me. I'm the first fan sitting in it, looking at something new that I haven't seen before. So thank you. Yes.
Yeah, and one project that just came on my radar today I'm pretty interested in is this Ether transaction hash project. Have you guys already heard about that?
Oh, are you talking about the art mint?
Let me see. A friend was just pinging me about this. I think the one that sold for a lot was like the first Ethereum transaction ever. So they're now basically like some creative person was like, hey, what can we do here? Let's take the blockchain itself and turn that into art, and let's find the historic Ethereum transactions on the blockchain, and let's let people mint those, just like people can mint a tweet or something. But people are going to dig through and find the moments that really matter in the history of Ethereum and turn those into cool art. And I think the first one just sold today, like the first ever Ethereum transaction just sold from this project. So that's pretty cool.
Us four and someone watching at home will find this transaction. And if you do, please cut everyone in on this. We need to find the moment that Nate got sniped for the zombie. We got to find those two transactions where he actually lost the zombie and the prior transaction where his money got booted back to him. And I know there's a date on it. We could probably find the time because that'd be a significant amount of Ethereum going around at that particular amount of time.
I'm sure that it's in the Discord chat somewhere. It's in the CryptoPunks chat. You'd probably go back and find it.
It's probably tattooed somewhere on someone's, like finger or something like that because he got sniped. So anytime that someone talks about it, probably raises the middle finger.
And yeah, if you want, I can go on, or we can go wherever. We're just jamming here, so you can tell me what sounds fun. But I could talk about Sentries for a second too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. I would like to hear more about that.
I was gonna say, guys, I gotta hop off here, so I just wanted to say thank you, Justin. Thank you for sharing. Dinfo, always good catching up with you. Novo, I appreciate you as always. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and, Video Game Freak. We'll catch up, man. If we need to chat more, you know when to catch me on tomorrow, pretty later on in the afternoon. So.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for your time. We'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Peace. Game. All right, let's see. I'm screwing up getting through this website here, but let's see if we can find the Sentries. The Sentries like really spoke to me, not when I first saw them. Well, the cool thing about Sentries, let me just kind of give them the credit they deserve up front, which is, first off, it's the 100th Art Blocks project. So that's why it's called Sentry. Second off, the artist behind Sentries, let me pull this up so we can actually be looking at something that's related to what I'm saying. Casey Ray's, I would love to see Casey Ray's talk about their story the same way Justin's been talking about his, because Casey Ray's is like behind this library that is used for a lot of Artbox projects called Processing, which I remember when I was in college, I went to school at NYU, and there actually was created there. And so we had some of the people who were made this cool scripting library to do processing really talk about it. And I bet Casey knows all of them. And so it's really historic for that reason. He's a really big force behind Art Blocks. I don't know all the details, maybe someone else does. But I really am digging these, because when you start to explore them, you start to see that it's not just kind of the image itself, but then you can start to actually interact with it. And what we're seeing in a lot of projects is a lot of projects are saying what's native in this medium, and what's native is interactive.
Do that again. If you can't scroll through that again, that's pretty wicked. Where it actually does travel through and move through there, almost like a panoramic a little bit.
Yeah, and so you can imagine in the past when you go to a gallery, you can't touch the pieces, you can't interact with them. But in this metaverse galleries we're going to have, I'm excited about these kind of pieces where you can actually kind of engage and get really deep into the piece.
Yeah, I mean, imagine getting 5 pieces like that in a row and putting it on your metaverse wall, and you walk by, it's almost like wallpaper right there that transcends throughout a proper distance of pixels. It'd look beautiful.
Yeah, and some of the there's some fun palettes here. So yeah, this project's interesting because people have different opinions about it, but I equally to Don Cranio, I got pretty excited about this one here. It also kind of looks like the Etherscan logo. So speaking of history, let's see if we can pull this one up and walk through it real quick too. 185, I kind of screwed that up last time. Is this number 10, is that right? Let's see if this works. Token does not exist. Okay, I might not be able to hack that URL right now, but you get the idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so those are a few projects that excite me right now. I think over time, you know, like I'm a big believer in people, so I'm really excited about the teams that under promise and over deliver, and what happens with that, you know, years from now as we start to see brands kind of spill out, not just from the starting points that we're all so excited about here, but brands and people and artists really spill out across history and collaborate. Like, I mean, imagine Justin starting to get to work with some other photographers, starting to work with, you know, people building stuff in the metaverse, and then starting to work with big brands. And it just seems like that's what excites me about NFTs. It's just kind of like an unlimited creativity wormhole. And I just feel like I'm just a creative person when it comes down to the end of the day. And so it just seems like such a cool place and such a cool time to be just thinking about how do we want to help people express themselves? How do we want to put creators in the center of this? And what kind of world do we want to create together?
Well, Don Crino, you're staying 2 steps ahead of the game with the things I've seen in your collection, very similar to the ones that I've seen in other top NFT collections and wallets. You know, starting with obviously the Twin Flames to the WickedCraniums. You've obviously done your research with the Me Bits. So you've given us the alpha information on what you know. Justin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that floor 1 week to see what happens with your Twin Flames. I'm going to give someone a chance just because I don't want to keep buying the floor up and, you know, then just selling it and buying and floor up. Because eventually eventually it's going to go to someone else. So still in the works for another Twin Flames that I would probably be interested in purchasing. So you know how we work. We're on the phone chatting with each other all the time. I still have Twin Flame, you know, another Twin Flame in the ranks up here. So, you know, maybe this can come into play as well because, I mean, heck, I almost traded away my other Twin Flame the other day. I don't know. I forgot who it was 2 days ago, but they decided to this one, number 90 right here. With Dan, this one almost got traded away, and that's actually where I started getting into contact with Dean for a little bit about maybe making a 3-way type of transaction deal with NFTs to see what was going on, and then I saw it was in his account and his wallet as well. So we will see what's going to happen with the floor of the Twin Flames, but I'm gonna give it some time for someone else to give it a swoop in. If not, man, that sucker's going to be bought up, because that's prime for the picking. As far as I love the story behind it, I love the boys behind it. I also enjoy these ones up here as well. That's for sure. But I have to be careful with my liquidity of buying and selling. And I also want to make sure the right pieces get to the right people, because at the end of the day, that's what's important to me. And I found my spirit number with number 311, and I'd be happy to hodl it. I loved the trippy twins, but every time I speak with you, I find something new about your art. So we'll be talking with you soon. Thanks for hopping on like this again, my friend. This has been awesome.
Yeah, dude, of course.
I'll probably be talking to you in the next couple hours anyway. So anything for your friends watching live stream? All right, my friends at home, this is going to be Crypto Novo 311. I'm going to sign off. You guys have an awesome work week. I know it's Sunday night right now. You're going to wake up. This work week's going to fly by. Each work week's flying by. Catch this back on Twitter, on Twitch. You can also get it on YouTube. This is Crypto Novo 311 saying stay positive and love life. Peace.
Love life.
Love life.